If there's one question I get a lot, it is, how do I start my own lip gloss business? There's 1 month left in 2020. 2021 is hot on our heels, and I know a lot of people are thinking of starting their lip gloss businesses in 2021 in the new year. So if you want to do that, you need to start planning now so you can get off on a good foot. Where I am now compared to where I started is totally different, and I wish I knew so many of the things that I knew back then that I do now. So I'm going to share these with you so that you guys can get off on the right foot. I don't want to see some random hastily thrown together businesses. I'm really going to be showing and sharing with you some really good tips that you can use. Let's talk money. Let's talk figures. I started my business in April 2019, and by the following year, so April 2020, we had generated over £100,000 in that year, which is about $133,000, which is obviously quite a bit of money. It's very possible for anyone to grow to that amount and even more. I literally started in my bedroom in my university dorm. If I could do it, anyone can. And I was also writing my dissertation at the same time that I started my business. So you can definitely do it. It's a pandemic. We all got time on our hands. So let's put it to good use. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to actually make lip gloss, how to make a finished product from start to finish, from ingredients to packaging and labeling, how to create something that's actually really cool and something that will sell well. I'm currently in my lab, which is very fitting for this video, and also why I'm sitting really awkwardly because I had to find somewhere quiet in which I could record this video. But I'm gonna go in, show you guys all the ingredients, everything that we use to create our products from start to finish, which will hopefully inspire you guys. I'm gonna walk through everything and why we do what we do to create our finished products. For a sunny day, so I'm gonna show you guys first our finished product wall. So this is where everything that we do that gets done in the lab goes here, gets batch stickered. You can see our batch stickers on them, which is obviously very important when you're doing cosmetics, which I will talk about after. And I'm going to show you the ingredients section. So here we store our raw materials, and here is our lovely barrel of Versagel. It's pretty much finished. I think at this point we're waiting for another barrel to come in. But we take our raw Versagel and we mix it with our oils and various concoctions that we have to give it our special formulation, which you guys will need to figure out what yours is going to be. And then obviously we add our scents, our pigments, and we have quite a wide variety of stuff. And we're actually in the process of making more of our own matte liquid dyes, which is really cool. So that's the basics of it. Let's talk lip gloss base. As far as I'm aware, there's only 2 suppliers of lip gloss base that I would trust in the world right now. One of them is us from candlelab.com. I'll put the links. And for Americans, TKB Trading. They're really nice, and I've actually spoken with them a few times as well. They're quite a good company. Once you have acquired your lip gloss base, you're gonna wanna pick the types of pigments, oils, scents, flavors, all that kind of stuff that you want. I have so many videos on TikTok of me mixing lip gloss, and the process is fairly simple and quite easy. The hard part is actually choosing what kind of colors that you wanna do, what kind of flavorings you wanna do, picking the names of the lip gloss, there's a whole bunch of stuff. When making your lip gloss, obviously it's really important that you have very good hygiene. I don't think it's against the law, and don't quote me on this, but I do not think it's against the law to make lip glosses in your home or to manufacture cosmetics in your home. However, if you choose to make lip glosses or cosmetics in your home, then you do have to maintain a certain level of cleanliness and hygiene. Please disinfect your work areas. Get isopropanol. It's very cheap. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at most craft supply stores as well. Isopropanol is basically a really strong alcohol, and it will disinfect your surfaces. So wash down with soap and water, use isopropanol to clean your surfaces. Of course, we have a lab, so obviously it's a bit easier for us to keep things clean here because everything in here is literally just for making cosmetics, but I will literally show you our like work surfaces, and you can implement these kind of things in your home or like in your little home studio as well. So of course we have stainless steel tables so we can clean very effectively, but this is something that you can implement in your home. All of the equipment that we use is in boxes, so everything that's clean goes away and is actually covered. So like all of our spatulas, all of our lip gloss bottles, like packaging, even the bowls that we mix the products in, it's all contained. Like these stuff out here is literally just for storage, and I think these products are like defective, so we're not using them. But everything that you see here and everything that's going to be used in the lab is stored in boxes, and this is to ensure that once it's been cleaned, things like dust and dirt don't get inside the boxes, and like any like contaminants don't get into our mixing equipment, so that we don't contaminate the finished product as well. And this is definitely something that you can implement in like your home too. So when we finish making a product in here, it automatically goes through and it gets batch stickered. It's part of the system that we have, and it ensures that we keep track of every single product that we make here. And it's definitely something that you should do as well. Even if nothing goes wrong, it really is just like a safety precaution in case something does go wrong, and then you can do any product recalls or any callbacks, or even just for things like experimentation, like see if your customers like a certain formulation or a different type of formulation. You can identify what works well with your batch stickers. See probably through here, but every single product that we make has a code, a number, and it has the expiration date or the best before date, every single one. So nothing in here does not have a batch sticker. And this is really, really important. And for Europeans, this is something that is required by law. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that you get batch stickers. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can literally buy like stickers online, like small ones. Avery do loads and loads of batch stickers, and you can write by hand what the name of the product is, or just put the code on, like anything like that, just to help, just to identify the product that you've made, when you've made it, and keep a system as well, like on a computer. Just write down what you've made, what was in that product, who was there when you made it, like what date you made it, and when it expires. And this is really, really important information that you should have. And if you look on any of your cosmetics, like literally go into your bathroom and your makeup drawer, and you will see that every single product in there has some kind of batch number. It might not be immediately obvious, and it's not for the customer, so it's not going to be obvious to the customer, but it's for you. And if you're thinking about starting your own cosmetics business, I really highly recommend that you do some research into batch stickers. Let's talk bottles. So when I first started, I literally got like plain basic bottles from like Amazon, and then I upgraded to putting stickers on my bottles. And then after that, when we were doing much bigger quantities, I was able to actually get our brand and sort of information printed directly onto our packaging. My advice to anyone starting out would be to go on a site like Alibaba, find bottles that you like and stick with one bottle. If you stick with one, you can buy more of one, and then you'll probably meet the MOQ requirements to have your bottles customized. When we had our bottles customized and like already printed on them, it was a huge, huge relief for us, because we stopped wasting so much time putting stickers on. I mean, at that point, we were literally buying in the thousands. But if you go on AliExpress, there are some companies that will do as low as 100, they'll do as low as 500 MOQ. And that will make your brand look so much more professional if you have your products like already printed on. Also, a lot of the people that I've spoken with on AliExpress are really nice, and they will answer your questions. Always get samples. Always, always, always get samples. Things are not always what they look like in pictures, and you don't want to spend your hard-earned money on like hundreds of a product and then it comes and it's crap. I've stolen a little box here, so let's go to my office to talk about packaging and the really important elements that you must have on your product. We talked about batch stickers before, but let's talk about other very important packaging requirements. Before we get started on this, let me just say every country has different rules and regulations. It's up to you to do your research. Don't be going and telling nobody that
Stacy said that you must do this.
This is my advice for you, okay? Go and look up the regulations for your own country and figure out what packaging and what regulations you have to comply with. However, there are basic requirements that I've seen across all countries that is required. First of all, Ingredients list. Our ingredients labels serve a dual purpose. So they have the name of the product, the ingredient on it, and the barcode. We have barcodes on all of our products because we use a fulfillment company, and when they pick and pack each item, they have to scan it. So that's why every single one of our products has a barcode on it. Next, we have the ingredients. Okay, this is really, really small and you can't see it, but believe me, it's there, and this is our ingredients list. And of course, the ingredients are named from the largest percentage of that ingredient to the smallest percent. So the first one we've got is hydrogenated polyester butane, and the last one is flavoring. Next, we have the address, and our address is written just directly underneath this ingredients list. There are different rules for every country, okay? So please do your research on this. Some countries do require that an address is put on the product, like the full address. Some countries require that actually you only need to put like the city and the postcode or the street name, because some people are aware of the fact that, you know, people do make cosmetics in their house and you don't really want your house address written on your products for the world to see, which is fine. But you will have to do research on that. You will have to double check for your country or your state or wherever. Another really important aspect of the packaging, obviously, is what the product is. So let's see if my camera's gonna focus. Focus on this. Okay, it's not gonna focus, but on here we have written the name of the product. So it literally says hydrating lip gloss, which is what it is. And we have the weight of the product in grams, and we have the literal like volume of the product in ounces. That's pretty standard across the cosmetics industry. So figure out how much is in your packaging or how much is in your bottle and put that on the packaging. I think that's about it, you know. There isn't really much more to it. It's not very complicated. The main things that you need: batch stickers, ingredients label, what the product is, and an address. Lastly, I just want to say, do your research. Please, please, please do your research. If you really want to do this properly, I'm begging you, do your research. I'm going to link below and pack up the description with like loads of really good blogs, resources, and just like useful information that like I gobbled up when we first started, because I had no idea what I was doing. Like, read, educate yourself, do your research, learn, gobble it all up, okay? And next video, we're gonna be talking about websites, and websites are so important, because a website can literally make or break you. Even if your product is fantastic, if you don't have a good website, then you ain't selling nothing, okay?